That's welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We are generally two sisters in fibre, though today we have a special guest. Terry's joined us for the day while Diana is on a break this week because she got married on Saturday. She might be a smidge bit tired, people. I saw her the day afterwards. She needs a week off. So Terri kindly said she would step in and host with us. So we are coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba, in Canada, in my home. If you are watching us on YouTube, you'll recognize the background as Jocelyn's couch. Seemed a good place to have it. Yeah?
Works for me.
You're going to hear a lot more of my voice than Terry's voice, so I'm sorry if you like Diana's dulcet tones. You're stuck with mine this week. Secondary apologies for admin is I do not have time to do super fancy professional show notes, so the show notes will just be in the description box below for the YouTube channel. So if you guys listen to us, please follow it through to the YouTube channel. So I'll make sure the links are posted in there. I just don't have time to do the other stuff. My parents are coming on Saturday. Actually, they're coming in on Friday night, so I don't have time. Must clean house. Must clean house. I clean house all the time. But when your mother comes home, it is dance the bumblebees, clean house. Every time. Every time. Well, at least with my mother, anyway. I don't know.
Well, you gotta show her that she taught you well.
I don't know why. She's as blind as me, so she can't see it either. But it really drives me nuts if it's not done.
Good mother.
I do it. Today we're going to hopefully cover what's in our cup, Wolly workings. We both have fibre flubs, because life would not be complete unless something goes sideways. What else did I say? So little time, some wool gathering, and yarn on the go, and events, and we're done. So, we'll try to do this as concisely as possible because we're getting dinner cooked for us, and we don't want to be late for that. Do you want to talk about what's in your cup?
I had a hard work day today, so I actually decided to go with something cold rather than a tea, so I've got some peach tea, which is actually quite tasty. A little sweet for my taste, but that's okay.
It's got a weird hand on the can.
It does. It's actually kind of very strange.
It is. What's it called?
Peach tea.
Peach tea with a hand with like the peace symbol.
It doesn't. I think that's the brand name.
Really? Is the hand with the peace symbol?
It's just peach tea.
All right. What do I know?
It's not bad.
In the Santa mug, we're rocking some peppermint detox tea from the Amsterdam Tea Room, which is the local tea house here in the city. I'm not sure why they call it a peppermint detox. It's peppermint and lemongrass. But I enjoy it, so...
Yeah, I don't know why that would be a detox.
I don't know either.
Oh, well.
I don't name these things. I just drink them and enjoy them. Which is how that works. Oh, man. Allergies are still here. Deal with it. Slowly but surely. Hey, the temperature finally dropped.
It did.
So it's no longer obscenely hot outside.
It's finally reasonable.
It's just moderately obscenely hot outside. It's fine.
Very nice. It's still hazy, though, from all the forest fires in our area.
Yeah.
Well, not our area.
BC.
BC
and
Alberta.
BC and Alberta is where the wind's coming from, so that's where we're getting it from, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Very right. I have 3 projects, and you said you brought 2?
I brought one that I'm working on.
Okay. And
2 completed ones.
Sure. Well, then, let's start with my socks, because everybody loves hearing about my socks. It's still the dreaming of spring socks. So we're still working on this white base with the green and yellow flecks in it. We're still 2 at a time toe up, but you guys, there's heels on these bad boys now. That is not an easy feat when you're me. I tried the Fish Lips Kiss heel. Mixed results on that. I'm going to write a blog post about it because why not?
I haven't tried that one yet.
I liked it, but because of the vision thing. Yeah. I have problems seeing what they want you to do for when you're doing your turns for the because it's a short row heel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was having problems with that, so I don't know if it's just that type I can't do as easily as a German short row heel.
That makes sense.
Or if it's because I haven't really done it very often. I'm not really comfortable with the heel.
This one is Diana's favorite.
It is. Diana's favorite is the Fish Lips Kiss heel. And don't get me wrong, I have a pair of socks that Diana made that were too big for her, that are mine now, that have the Fish Lips Kiss heel.
Comfortable?
It's a very comfortable heel. So is the German short row. So it's like, I think I need to do it at least 1 or 2 more times in other pairs to see whether or not I really like it and sort of get the knack of it down. But we have officially turned the corner. I have giant man feet. Well, I don't. I have giant lady feet. They're a size 10. They're big feet.
How are you enjoying the 2 at a time?
Love 2 at a time. I am never going to do 1 at a time ever again. Because I never, ever do the second sock. Ever. I never do the second. I have, like, just, it never happens.
That's funny.
I did never do the second sock. I have 1 finished crocheted house sock. Never picked up the second one. Nope. No. So I suffer from second sock syndrome. Figured that out real quick.
Okay.
But 2 at a time, and then I'm done.
It's true.
And oh boy, do I like being done. So these will be another pair of shorties so that they can go into my sneakers. And I can wear them in the fall with my sneakers and my leggings or my capris or whatever I happen to decide.
Over top of your leggings to show them off?
Probably. I am that cool. I would totally do that.
Me too.
Still working on my Chow Goose and my 2.25 millimeters. I don't actually know what size those are in the US. I literally only know millimeters now.
It's probably similar-ish.
I don't know.
Maybe a 1?
1 or... Oh, I don't think it's a 0. I think it's like a 1.
Yeah, because I'm using zeros. I think they're smaller.
I don't know.
Yes.
Possibly. Oh yeah, yours is definitely smaller.
Yes. I use zeros. Even though I'm making socks, I'm making only 1 sock at a time. I tried the 2 at a time, and I hated it.
Like, you know what? Some people will message me and they'll be like, how do you do 2 at a time magic loop? I hate socks on magic loop. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't mind magic loop. I got into magic loop, but I just hated it. So I'm back to my DPNs. I like them so much more.
That's fine.
That's okay.
That's totally fine.
I have weirdly small feet, so I'm already started my heel, even though I barely look like I have any socks.
There's very few times in my life where I actually actively don't like having large feet. They fit my body frame well. I would look ridiculous with smaller feet. But when knitting socks, that's when I go, seriously? I couldn't have smaller feet.
So much faster.
Like, even like a size 9. Like, even just a size smaller.
Yeah, I got like 6, 6.5. They're very small.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Your whole sock's gonna be the length of my foot.
Pretty much, yeah. I like to make mine like long, though. I make long socks that I wear them like over top of my pants.
Okay.
Super dorky. I love it. I actually brought one of my socks that I completed. They were horrible. You can kind of see I've got a pattern on there. They're the cherry blossom socks on Ravelry. I really like the pattern though. It's like a German short row, like kind of a pickup heel. So I'm just adapting the pattern and doing that again without the pattern because the pattern was horrible. It took forever. Like, that was the only time I've almost had second sock syndrome because I was like, do I really want to do this again?
I remember you talking about that pattern. If you guys follow us or in the Ravelry group, Terri is Wool Rat on Ravelry, so you can check out.
Wool Rat.
Diana's
Wool Rat.
You are.
I'm Cufflepuff.
I get the two of you confused all the time, and I don't know why.
She's already called me Diana a few times today. We don't look anything alike.
In my defense, I record with Diana.
I know.
After a year and a half, I am programmed to say, okay, Diana, let's record now.
It's all good. I don't mind. I know she means me. It's all right.
It's a thing. But yeah, because you put up those socks in the... What month did you finish those ones? June?
I believe so. They took me a little bit longer, not gonna lie.
That's fine. I've never been super strict on the end date for that.
Yeah, they were... Like, the ones that I'm making one color, I can finish them in a couple of weeks, but those ones probably took me like 6-7 weeks to make, because they were intense.
Yes. Beautiful socks.
I think June. May or June. I forget.
One of the two.
Yeah,
one of the two.
I made them in the spring anyways.
Yeah.
I've worn them a few times. They're lovely.
Good.
Little warm for the summer.
Well, it's plus 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, a touch warm.
Yes.
Rest of us are debating clothes, and Terry's like, oh, I could take off my socks. Okay.
Fine.
What do I know? Ugh.
What else are you making?
Oh, shall we talk about very quickly that I'm into brioching?
Yes, very exciting. I haven't tried brioching yet, but I keep meaning to and finding other projects.
Now, I'm in the middle of the row for a reason. Because if I'm not in the middle of a row, I forget what stitch I'm doing, which means I forget what half of the row I'm on.
That makes
And
sense.
I have to constantly walk away from this project because I've been that socially active. So, my exploration station, which is the Across the Prairies cowl knit that I'm working on, done in a combination of Dye for You and Knitted Wolf Luxury yarns. I have finally reached the brioche section. Brioche!
That looks beautiful. I love it in those colors.
Boy, are we going to talk about it in fiber flubs later, you guys. But check it out. It looks pretty from a distance. So that's all that matters. I've never brioche before, so it does take a little bit of thinking for me. So I've definitely done some oopsies, which I'll talk about in fiber flubs. But having said that, brioche stuff has started climbing up my queue because this is really fun. And it is so, I don't know, give it to Terri to squish, but it is so squishy.
It's just got so much more texture to it.
Yeah. It's not hard. Once you get into the rhythm and you get going, yeah, it's really easy to go. And you'll find a natural stop and start point. For me, it's always in the middle of the row. So then I'm like, okay, so if I'm doing this in color B or my first color, I know my next row is
the other color.
Other color, and I know what I'm doing. So that works, but I definitely really enjoy the stitch. Having said that, I'll be super happy when I'm done and I've moved on to Sassy Stripes because this takes twice as long as anything because you're doing the exact same row twice. Every row.
I could see that would definitely...
There's been a lot of TV binging while getting this tiny little strip of blue and green to go.
You work forever and you get almost nothing.
On the back side, you can see how that green pops.
Yeah, it looks lovely. I really like the colors.
It's really pretty. It looks good on both sides.
Look great with my hair.
Yes, it look amazing with your red hair. I think this nice limey green would be beautiful. The bonus is because these are slightly variegated. Some of my mistakes are easily hidden in the fact that the yarn changes colors anyway.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I'm going to be so insanely proud when I'm finished that. I'm going to be like, guess what? I've brioche.
Well, she's frogged enough projects that if there's a small flaw, I say knit on.
I'm not going to see it when it's finished. It doesn't matter.
And nobody else is going to look that close. And if they do, you tell them to bugger off.
If they do, they better buy me dinner first. I'll tell you that much. That's how that works. All right. You want to show off one of your finished items?
Well, I showed off my socks already, but I'll show off the shawl I just finished.
Is that
I didn't bring the mohair one. I brought the...
No, the Spring Garden one.
Yeah, it's a Secret Garden.
Secret Garden.
It's a knit along that I'm doing on Ravelry where it's 6 months, and every month they release a different shawl. Mm-hmm. And this is the first month. It obviously took me more than a month to make it.
Jocelyn's making this. I don't know when. I don't know when I'm going to have time. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You need both hands, and it's going outside the frame, you guys. Yeah. This is a beautifully, beautifully big shawl.
Which I really like. So there's, I did change the pattern a little bit. The secondary color, which I did in a black sparkle, was supposed to be just straight across. But I decided I wanted to do triangular, because it looks like little houses.
It does look like little houses.
Because that reminds me of the Secret Garden.
It does. In the book, yeah.
Yeah, and so
this was Fino?
Yeah, it was the Fino, and then this is the Sparkle Luxe. Okay. And then this one's without the sparkle.
That makes sense. What colors did you end up with the Fino?
This is...
Do they have colors in Knit Picks? I can't remember.
Well, I bought it locally on clearance sale.
Yeah.
And this is the lavender. I forget the color. And then this is just the black with sparkle. I don't remember the numbers, like 23 and 1 or something.
If it Knit Picks Fino and lavender and black, it's sparkle base.
Yeah. So I quite like it.
It's beautiful. And I love this little lace detailing down at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm
pretty.
quite a lace knitter, so.
And it's squishy, you guys. This is why Jocelyn's like,
It's very soft. My cats really like it.
I'm with your cats on this.
I know, right? So I'm having to fight them for it, but
that's fair.
Yeah.
If I lived with you, you'd have to fight me for it too. Mm-hmm. Be like, oh, sorry, leaving with your shawl. Bye.
Thinking it will be nice for class or movies or something.
It'll be amazing in the movie theater.
Yeah, that's
you can wear it like a scarf on the way in and then drape it over your shoulders while you're watching.
It's true. Although I have to say, I've taken my bulky one that you designed to the movies several times already. It is my favorite movie shawl right now.
The theaters are freaking freezing right now.
Are, and I like that one. Like goes over my lap just nicely.
Yep. I don't blame you.
Have you talked to them much about the shawl that you're designing?
Everybody knows I'm making a shawl. They know it's out to test knitters.
Very cool.
And that I messed up my own pattern, so we're all laughing at me.
I got to unknit that one.
Yeah, Terri kindly frogged that back for me, so it only had to go back to where I'd messed up the pattern, and now I can do it properly.
And I never realized what a tight knitter she is. I couldn't get the same size needle into it.
This was like a 45-minute long
It was crazy.
discussion on how tight my knitting is.
I was trying to get the needle back in, so then I borrowed a needle from somebody else because we weren't here, and tried to get that needle in. And eventually I resorted to a piece of yarn and a sewing needle and just sewed the stitches in so that she could pick them up at a later date.
No idea how tempting it is to wait until Knit Club to finish that small one and to sit down and go, okay, and just string it back on because I'm accustomed to how tight my knitting is.
I couldn't believe it. I didn't think I was that loose of a knitter. Like
I'm a tight knitter.
I often have to go size down, but
I have to think really hard to be a loose knitter. Otherwise, I almost strangle my yarn.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's crazy, but that's how I do things.
It was funny.
Last thing I'm working on is the used to be Triple Treat shawl, but now it is another Stormy SKy Shawl out of the National Parks colorway yarn from Fleece Artist. It's a limited edition that was out last year. If you guys listened or watched last week, you'll know I made a hat out of 3/4 of one of my skeins. And I just started with what was left over, and now I'm into the second skein. I got a Russian join floating around here somewhere. So that's coming together real nicely. That'll block out brilliantly. And it's a go until I have to bind off. I've already made my tassels in advance, so I can literally go until I'm risking yarn chicken and then bind it off. But I do have I still got a hand-sized ball, so.
Oh, yeah. Should put tassels on everything.
What is wrong with a good tassel?
They're asking me.
Tassels are not that annoying to make. I don't know how you make tassels.
Well, the normal way. I don't like making them.
I got a book that sits by my computer, and I just wrap the yarn around the book a whole bunch, tie on either end, and then cut down the middle.
I like making pom-poms.
That's fair. I don't like making pom-poms, so that's totally... I will buy pom-poms, but I don't want to make them.
I like making pom-poms.
I'm
big on making hats with a big pom on the top.
I want to buy, like, these giant poms, and I don't like pom-poms, so I don't know why I want to buy the giant poms, but I want a hat with this massive, like, the size of my head pom on the top of it.
Love a good pom.
That's fluffy. Fluffy as all get out. That's it. I have to literally abandon all of the projects I've been working on this week because my mom comes in on Friday. Her birthday was last Saturday, and I gotta have her shawl done before she gets here at 8 p.m. Friday, and it is Monday night. Wish me luck!
You don't have that much more to go.
Booger. No, but it's the complicated stuff because the fingers and webbing have to line up, so I can't just go. Like, the body part I can go, but the fingers and webbing to make the dragon wing part, I actually have to be paying attention to.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just have an easy project.
Not super mindless, but that's okay. It will get done, and I mean, odds are good you guys will see photos of it and never actually see it finished in person, because it'll be like, hi, Mom! Bye, Mom!
That's okay, that's what it's for. That's what it's for. No, that's exciting.
And weaving the ends on my grandparents' anniversary blanket, because Mom and Dad want to drop it off to the grandparents on the way back out, so.
Oh, well, that'll be fun.
All I've got left is weaving in the ends, so I'll do that.
Very cool.
That'll be easy enough.
Oh.
I gave you a list of all the sections. What are we on next?
I have fiber flubs next.
That works.
Oh,
Diana usually keeps track of the sections for me.
Drop them down for me.
I had to do something, otherwise we weren't going to get anywhere fast. Alright, so in one's brioching. So glad my colors aren't that high contrast. Because if you look really closely, I have a strip of one color back and forth twice, because I messed up what row I was on. So there's an extra strip of green chilling out here in the middle. Oh. And at the bottom, when I first started, I didn't always have my rows lined up quite right. So some of my rows wander a little in the beginning.
Oh, I thought that was a detailing. I thought that was just supposed to be there.
Nope, the rows are supposed to be straight. And I've yet to master increases, so those are a little, weird.
Doesn't matter. People are going to see the color.
They're going to see the color, and it's going to look good from a distance, so it is actually relevant. But yeah, you can when you get really close, you can be like, that was interesting. Wasn't how that was
different.
It's supposed to go, but that's okay.
All right.
It works.
Unique design.
I'm not going backwards, I'll tell you that much.
For me, my definite fiber flub is we decided, I don't know if you've talked about how we have started the Eveningstar shawl knit along.
They know I'm going to start it eventually.
So the same one that Diana made for her wedding, we decided we're all going to make. So I started mine, and my goodness, that cast on is something else. I'll tell you that. I think
whether I should dread this cast on or just get somebody else to do it for me.
Well, either or. Because, my goodness, I think I cast it on 7 or 8 times before I was finally happy enough with what I had. It is just so fiddly, and then your stitches all fall off because your yarn's so small, and I'd get to about row 3 or 4, and then I was like, I hate it, and I ripped it out. I have gotten all the way, and I've started chart 1.
That's good.
Yeah.
Which is more than me, but again, no cast ons till the 27th.
That's fair, that's fair.
Because then Stash Dash is done, and I'm free to cast on like everything. And there will be so many, it's not even
And
funny.
she's just going to get ready for next year's Stash Dash.
I didn't even get through everything for this year's Stash Dash. Already on it. Already on it. So that worked out just fine.
I like trying to keep my projects a number down. Only have a few at a time.
Doesn't
always work, but...
Well, we got through a lot of Granny squares. So
Yes.
this Stash Dash was a success because I didn't want to get through a bunch of those.
I have done nothing with the 100 some odd granny squares that I did. I did not finish last year's challenge, but I did do about 100-ish granny squares.
I have many more to go.
No idea what to do with them.
Many, many more to go. But I'm using them up. That's the important part.
I was told that I was going to get some hot pants, some little short shorts out of these
I know.
granny squares.
I need to know what size you are so I know what size to make said hot pants. And trust me, I'm pulling the most garish color combinations to put on said hot
3D
pants.
3D ones?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It'll be terrible.
It'll be awful.
3D ones
They'll
on my
be
bum.
beautiful. No, they
Wear
need
them.
to be on the front, so they add extra weight to your front, because that's
great.
where all women want to add weight.
Yes, exactly. Just gonna make me look terrible.
Why would I put them under your butt? You just sit down and it'll feel weird unless they're both
Yeah,
in the
that's
same
true.
position. Then one butt will be higher than the other butt.
Either way.
And that'll be weird.
I know, but look how cool it'd be when I'm walking around town.
It would be amazing.
Well,
You
not
will
cool, but-
never leave the house in those.
Probably true, probably true.
Yeah, yeah. With Jocelyn, we made it to the garden. This in a photo and me going, "Oh, Kate, you're bolder than I would have guessed."
I do wear some pretty ostentatious clothing, I'm not gonna lie. Tried to tone it down, just black and white.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
bad.
Well, we could have easily clashed,
I
knowing
know.
the two of us, so
You know-
it's
you know.
fine. I appreciate it.
I tried not to. Got out of my work clothes, it's all good. I can see that Jocelyn is very excited to show off the dress she sewed, though.
Mm-hmm.
So little time.
So little time. We've reached it.
We have.
I want to get it off my lap. It's warm.
Makes sense.
No, I didn't post anything on the Northern Knits podcast yet, but I will on the Instagrams. So I'll post a picture of me in the dress. Instead, right now, Diana's not here, so I will drape it on my head, as Diana is wont to do with finished objects.
Oh.
I
She does. Excellent.
made a sleeveless V-neck T-length Empire waistline dress. It was
Right.
patterned.
Yes.
I did it in a dark navy blue background with nice blue roses. Blue
Mhm.
purpley roses.
And she wore it to the wedding.
I did wear it to the wedding.
And looked fabulous in it.
It was very comfortable in 30-degree heat.
It was a hot, muggy day. Let's say that. It was gorgeous.
Good wedding day. The sun
and-
was perfect.
And it was perfect because it was supposed to rain. It was threatening to rain.
Didn't rain until after we were all done and
Yes.
inside.
The ceremony was outside, and we made it through the ceremony just fine,
Mhm.
which was beautiful. It was just perfect.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm excited to see the photos because I think they were outside, weren't they?
Yes, they did the photos outside, yeah. Mr. B commented that the wind stopped just as the ceremony started, so he was sweating just a smidge in his suit. I'm like, yep, yeah.
And
No,
he
that's
refused
fair.
to take his jacket off the whole night.
Yeah, he loves his jacket. I don't know. Never floats his boat. I don't know.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
do-
you notice with him and with Chris, their dad's the same way. Like, Dad would take the coat off, but as soon as he got up, the coat went back on.
Oh,
The boys mimic Dad that way.
guess
Yeah.
it looks more proper in their little.
That or it's what they grew up doing, so it's
Yeah.
what they're used to.
That would make sense.
Yeah, a lot of habits are that way.
Yeah.
Mine's I get home and everything gets off and I get into pajamas habit. That is
That's
my
more
habit.
me. That's more me with a good cat in your lap.
Oh, my cat's still yelling at me at that point in time. Who said you could go out?
I have enough cats, so there's always one that wants attention. So.
Nope, just the one.
Or bunny. I have
She's
I have
spoiled.
pet bunnies, and they'll climb
I
up,
keep
too.
threatening to bring her home a sibling if she doesn't behave. I'll go to that cat palooza and I will adopt another cat. She doesn't believe me, which is fair because I wouldn't believe me either. I'm not getting another one.
Fair enough work.
One's sufficient.
One is sufficient. Me, I don't do as much sewing as Jocelyn, but one thing I did sew
Ooh.
recently was a girlfriend's daughter was doing she's in an Aboriginal drum dance class, and so she needed her own jingle dress. I didn't bring it, obviously, because the little girl has it, but it was a very fun project, actually, so I had to sew a dress, and then they had all these little metal pieces that were on ribbons all the way across, and there was over 100 of these little jingles, so that when she dances,
She jingles.
she jingles.
Yep.
It was totally beautiful. She's got similar coloring to me. She's a little redhead, and it was this little purple floral dress.
Oh yeah, that would have looked
Yeah,
cute.
it was very adorable.
Oh,
it was very
so
fun to
cute.
make, and it was nice that I was able to take it away from the mother who is not a crafty person, and she was very stressed out. So I got called into the rescue,
You know
which
what?
is always nice.
The bonus of being the crafty person is you can come in and be the really cool auntie and
I
come to
know.
the rescue that way.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice feeling.
It's an amazing feeling when people are like, ah! And you're like, nah, it's cool, bring it over, we got it. No worries.
Pretty much. I was over at their house, and she was just trying to ask for help, and I was like, "Do you want me to just do it?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "Please,
You're like,
please, just take it
feeling
away."
like a superhero.
Yeah. I'm like, "Here you go."
Yeah.
She put a few little iron-on like flowers
Oh,
and
that's
butterflies.
fine.
So yeah.
It looked cute.
Oh, it was adorable. I asked for pictures, and I got some. She made me some magnets for my fridge.
Oh, nice.
It was very exciting. I was very happy.
Well, that's good.
That's what I asked for in payment.
That's a fair payment.
I feel like so.
Mm-hmm.
It was very, very cool. So next is Yarn on the Go. Where did you bring your yarn?
Where didn't our yarn go today?
Yarn
this week?
was everywhere. So much knitting.
This week, you and I both took our yarn to Knit and Nosh at Across the Board.
Yes, it was my very first knit and nosh,
Yeah.
which was exciting. I don't know how often I'll be able to go since
That's
school
okay.
kind of coincides, but
It happened.
and we both brought our knitting to Diana's wedding.
We did both bring our knitting. We were working on it pre-ceremony.
Yes.
We had to do something while we were sitting outside waiting for everybody else to get there.
Yes, it's true. We showed up a little early just to make sure that we got parking and everything. And seats.
For a
good
wedding,
seats.
early is better than on time.
And we got some good seats for you so that you could see
Yes.
what was going on, which was very
I
nice.
super appreciated it.
Which was exciting. And I also was out visiting my husband's family out in rural Manitoba. And so I got to go and knit with his grandmother,
Nice.
which was fun. And we were comparing socks.
Mm.
Yes.
I went to Mr. B's house for the after-wedding party sister's August birthday dinner. Lots of words.
Yes, holy moly.
Both aunts were in town.
Oh,
Both of Mum's sisters were in town, so we were there for that.
very exciting.
The bride couple showed up for a couple hours, and then they went off for their fancy dinner, and requisite mid-afternoon naps.
Yes. Wedding days are very tiring.
Tiring, yep.
Diana didn't believe me how tired she was going to be. And I was
Really
like, you're going to
tired.
just fall over at the end of the day.
She was so tired. It was so like, nope, you
She's-
need a nap.
Very glassy-eyed. Sorry,
Yeah.
Diana. Just throwing you under the bus here.
Yeah. She was very happy all day long. All the waterworks, all the
Beautiful.
smiles.
So
It was
beautiful.
a very
The
pretty wedding.
father-daughter dance was just amazing. It was just beautiful.
She lost it.
She lost it. She absolutely
She's
lost
so
it.
adorable.
They had a live band and a singer there, and it was just
Yeah, her brother
perfect.
Charlie, just, yeah,
perfect, I have
Yeah.
to say.
absolutely adorable. He did an amazing amount of work. The whole wedding party
Yeah,
did. It
it was
was a
so-
big thing, but it looked really good.
It was so awesome, which was really,
Yep.
really exciting. Yeah, so I think that's all I did for Yarn on the Go this week.
I went out for lunch today.
Oh, and I also am knitting here. This is knitting out for
That's
me.
Yarn on the Go, too. I was visiting with a girlfriend who's in town from Ontario, so we went out to Tea Story for lunch.
Tea story.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been there.
They do waffles and tea.
Oh,
And I can't have the waffles, but I can have the tea.
it's an interesting
So we
combination.
had tea.
Interesting combination.
No, it all worked, but we got to visit, and that was the important part. So, because we were meeting up and timing it on buses, I knew I'd have some downtime. So.
And she hasn't lived in the city for quite a while, if I remember correctly.
No, she married her husband, and then his work took them to Ontario. So
Yes. 'Cause I haven't seen her in a while, so I would do it.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's where his work is, so that's where she is, and that's very logical. So
Yeah, very exciting.
she
though.
was trying to cram in as much visiting with people as she possibly could before she went back home.
Yes. How long is she in town for?
She said to the end of the week, and then she's off again. So, and then my yarn is going out the rest of the week too, so I'll have more yarn on the go next week.
Which is exciting.
Oh, what haven't I done?
Busy week.
Always.
Well, I guess I was knitting at work today too. That's where else I was knitting.
Mm-hmm.
Knit in the lunchroom.
Why
Put
not?
my headphones in.
Yeah.
So nobody talks to me. They still talk to me, but that's okay.
You try.
I tried. I had to keep pausing my audiobook, but that's okay.
Gee, you try to be antisocial these days.
I know, it's very difficult. Very difficult.
It is.
Which is fun still. It was
Which
nice.
is super hilarious, is I wrote those notes and they're not that far from me. Can't read my own writing from here. So I don't know what we're on to.
It's not easy, I'm not gonna lie. The next is wool gatherings. I had to ask her for translation on her notes before we started.
Totally fair. Wool gatherings is where we stick everything else.
You know, it's funny, and I was thinking this, and my husband and I were talking about
fiber
this.
related.
It's fiber related. I've met a lot of people lately who knit or do some sort of craft, and I think it's interesting how they never want to do new patterns, and they never want to do challenging patterns and learn new skills. And they, especially his grandmother, she calls me crazy because I'm always trying new things, and she thinks it's
a lot.
yeah. I love trying new things. She thinks I'm crazy for doing all these lace shawls because they're not that practical. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
The one I wore to the wedding is a mohair cobweb lace shawl. And
I can't even see lace. I can't even imagine trying to see cobweb.
It's interesting, I'm not gonna lie.
It looks amazing.
It was very fun to knit, and I enjoy doing that. I still like my easy projects where I call it my garbage knitting, where I just don't, it's mindless knitting that I don't have to think about.
It's your go-to round and round and round and round.
Yes, sometimes. Like the Zadie sweater I'm making. Yeah.
Sometimes you need something.
Yeah, which is really nice and fun, but it's very interesting the different people that it attracts and different people that like to do different things in amongst the same crafts, just like his grandmother. We were both making socks yesterday, but she makes hers out of a worsted weight, so she says it takes her 2 days or less to make a pair of socks, where I am not making it out of worsted weight.
Do you know how fast it'd be on worsted weight? Oh my gosh.
She makes big socks all the way halfway up to your knees, and it only takes her 2 days.
I think that'd be great for house socks.
Yes. She's made me a few pairs. Well, she accidentally makes socks for herself too small, and then I get them.
That's
okay
how that works.
I'm okay with it.
That's a good plan.
And yes, they are very warm, but no, my feet do not fit into my shoes.
No, they would be quite chunky. Very comfy though.
Yes, very comfy. Very warm.
I get a lot of that too when I go knitting places. I find a lot of people are like, "You're trying that? How do you know that stitch?" I don't know. I looked it up. I read it, and then I was like, "Am I reading it correctly?" And then I Googled it and YouTubed it and went, "Nope, I'm reading it correctly," and I dove in.
That's what I do as well.
That's what I did with the brioching stitches. I read them. I went, "I think I know what it is they want me to do," and then I watched the tutorial, which was great, and I went, "Ha! I know how to read. This is good. This is good," and I dove in.
Although we were talking about it at the blocking party that we had at our last knit club, we were talking about steeking. And I said, I am never doing that. That is the one skill that I am going to refuse to ever do because it terrifies me. And
I'm sitting over here going, "Oh, I'm steeking all the way." As soon as I have a pattern where I can justifiably steek it, I'm cutting the yarn.
I will record it for all to see.
I am cutting the yarn.
I'm not doing it. I don't want it.
It's so gonna happen. So not even remotely fazed by it.
Which is so funny because I would rather just knit the seam. I'd rather knit and then purl if I'm going for that look. No, I don't want to do it.
I really, really want to try steeking. It is so high on my list.
And I want to watch her steek.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm going to steek at the knit club. Like, when I do a pattern that calls for steeking, when it comes time to steek, I will do it at knit club, so everybody else can go, "No!" Well, I go,
as all of our hearts are in our throats. Absolutely.
And Jocelyn's just happily cutting away. Yeah.
We'll make sure to steer her along the right path. Make sure she's not 2 centimeters that way.
You have on either side, there's a series of knit purls you do so that the stitches are locked. So I'll know where to cut.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course, because otherwise you're just going to have an unraveled mess on your hands.
I'm not going to do it on fingering. It's going to be on a worsted weight so I can see what I'm doing.
Oh, absolutely. And a good color, I hope.
Yes.
Nothing dark colored.
Crazily dark colored. No.
Yes, which would be nice.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to do that. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. But and I mean, I'm just as hesitant about things like color work. I'm like,
Where I love color work and lace.
I mean, I'm going to try it, but I find and it's hard because you fall into patterns and you fall into things. You know how to make it. You enjoy making it. It doesn't require a lot of forethought, so you can just sort of put it on the back burner and keep your hands busy. Yes,
which is really fun. I'm actually, my husband helped me design a baby blanket pattern, and we used some programs online, and I'm making a baby blanket, and it's going to have the logo of the university that the dad went to, which is really exciting. I think they're really going to like it.
It's looking really good. I saw it on Tuesday.
Yes, I'm very excited about it, and so I enjoy color work like that, so I do it all the time. Hence the cherry blossom socks.
Yeah.
Although those were brutal, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what the heck I was thinking.
Not doing those again.
Yeah. And if I want to do something like that, it's not going to be on my feet. It's going to be on my head, so everybody sees it.
It off. Yeah.
Everybody sees it.
That's fair.
I know, and there's socks I'm eyeing online It's the Harry Potter socks I'm eyeing online, and I want to make them, but I'm like, oh no, they're on my feet again. Nobody's going to see them.
I have them in my queue. I'm going to make the Harry Potter socks.
And they're even a free pattern on Ravelry.
I know, because I figured they'd be really good Christmas socks. Wear them Christmas Day, then everybody
true.
in your house sees them, which is perfect.
Which is very exciting.
It's a really good wool gathering.
It is a very good wool gathering. How about events? I only know of one, I'm not going to lie.
Well, I will go through as quickly as possible. We have the Gear of the Sock knit along, in which case, absolutely everybody's doing better than me and Diana, including Terri.
Way better. Although I've kind of fallen behind in the last little while. After making the cherry blossom socks, I needed a break from socks.
It's totally fair. So it's every month you complete one pair of adult socks, whatever adult happens to be for you is totally fine. And you post the picture to the thread in Ravelry, and you get entered for prizes at the end of the year. The other one we're hosting is the Across the Prairies Cup, which runs till the end of September. We are co-hosting with Cozy Up Knits, Feathered Stitches, and A Tale of Two Knitters. So it's 2 podcasting groups in Manitoba and 2 podcasting groups in Alberta.
And that is your Exploration Station one, correct?
It is, yes. So I am just about done. Diana will be picking hers up because she's now done her wedding and her wedding shawl, so her deadline knitting is finished.
I chose not to do that one because I was already doing the Secret Garden.
You already had your cal set up. So those are the 2 that we're hosting as a podcast. Stash Dash 2018 will be over momentarily. It feels like next week. It runs till the 27th. So we are recording on the 20th. She says hesitantly. I think today's the 20th.
Next Monday.
So I have 7 days.
And how many projects?
Way more than I can get done in 7 days. Just fine.
That's funny.
I didn't expect to get them all done. It was one of those magical, if everything works out right and all I ever have to do is knit lists.
Very exciting.
Which is not how life works. I am, however, on track to reach my goal.
That's awesome.
Which was 15K. Diana definitely has made her 3K goal with her socks and her wedding shawl.
That wedding shawl is an ungodly amount of stitches.
It is a lot. So I think she's on track to get that finished as well too. So
That's
which
exciting.
is good. It's hosted by the Knit Girls. They have all the information on their YouTube channel, so we send everybody there. I will definitely be participating next year because I can.
She's fun. And the one that I also know of is our Fibre Festival that's coming up.
You betcha. The Manitoba Fibre Festival is the weekend of the 15th and 16th of September. Happens here in the city of Winnipeg at the Red River X Grounds. So you will find us there in person, running around doing fibre-y things because we can.
It's wonderful. You get to watch
It's great.
sheep being sheared. You get to pet some alpacas. It's fantastic. I love it. I go with my husband every year.
I like to buy yarn.
All that too.
And fibre. And talk so much I have no voice the next day.
She does do that as well. I can attest to that.
Hey, I like talking. And then at the end of September, me and Dinah are off to Knit City in Vancouver.
Which I'm so jealous.
Flights are booked, hotels confirmed, our itinerary is planned, and she's left me planning our downtime before and after the convention. Because we fly in a bit early on Friday. It'll be interesting to try to get her up on Monday to go do stuff before we leave the city, but I will try. But Friday we're going to land, and we got we land just before noon, Vancouver time, and our first thing is until 7 o'clock. So we have like 5 hours before we have to be at the hotel.
Oh.
And getting ready for dinner to go to the first sort of the evening thing we want to go to. So we're doing something. I just don't know what we're going to do yet. So I have like 15 million tourism pages open up right now going, or we could go here, or we could go here.
Whereabouts in BC is it?
We're in Vancouver.
We're in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right near Burnaby.
Yeah. So we're gonna figure something out for us to do for the day before we go check in and become knitting fiends for the weekend.
Like that's hard.
Nope. She made me promise to go to the steampunk bar. I said sure. I figure that's a good thing for Saturday night.
That does sound like fun.
Because that way when Sunday rolls around and we're tired, it's fine because we only have a couple of hours left to go at that point. Seems like a good plan to me.
It's a very good plan.
So worked that out, so I'm finishing up the details for that. Then after that, I know once Dinah's back, we'll start talking about the fall and holiday stuff that we'll be doing, so...
Yes.
That'll be happening. Christmas knitting has begun, folks. Less than 6 months.
It has. And our knit group is doing our annual gift exchange again, which is very exciting. And so I think all of the members are starting up on that one.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the open date for people who wanted to join has come and gone. So now it is who is here, and we're going forward with plans.
Which
is good, because this is the 1st of December, I participate in Grinchmas. Which means
you only knit for yourself.
Only knit for myself in December. So my Christmas knitting is done by the 30th of November.
I'm hoping to get mine done soon too, but that does not look likely.
It is so relaxing, because everyone's like, oh, I gotta finish stuff. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'll work on whatever I feel like.
Very jealous.
Good. Which will probably be stockings for my fireplace mantle as my Christmas socks for December.
You're going to have to get into some color working.
There's a cheat on the Red Heart Yarns website that I might do.
I'm not familiar with this.
It's faux color work. It's a faux Fair Isle pattern in the yarn itself. So when you knit it up, it just kind of shows up as a Fair Isle pattern.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
And I'm like, for Christmas knitting,
that's fine.
I think it's fine.
It is fine.
It'll make super cheesy striped patterned stockings for my fireplace, which is exactly what I want. So it's probably what I'm going to do.
I love it. I didn't know that was a thing. I knew that, like, the color working to make it look like Fair Island knitting, but I didn't know there was one for Christmas stockings. That's really fun.
Yeah, I saw the pattern a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, nope, done.
You have to get that yarn before it sells out. I feel like that'll be a hot one.
Yeah, I got to do a Red Heart yarn order shortly anyway, so.
Very cool.
So that'll happen. But that's it for events. We're trying to keep it light towards the second half of the year before I start stacking in all the knit-alongs I join in on.
Yes.
But the other year ones I'm participating in pop up as I do them, because there's the All in the Family, but I'm not currently working on anything actively right now for that. That's the Cozy Up with the Stitch and Sisters sister shawls.
Right.
Yeah. And there's just other ones that I may or may not finish in time that I'm just, hey, I actually meet the requirements, so maybe I'll throw something in. We'll see. There
was one I potentially signed up for that was a sock knit along, but I just found it on Ravelry. I don't remember the name of it, but I
am discovering I'm not a sock knitter.
Link it. And I am. I've discovered. I had never knit socks before January, and we did the sock knit along, and I discovered that I love knitting socks, so.
It's okay, you and I did the crocheting the year before, and it turns out I'm a huge crochet fan.
And I don't mind it, but I like knitting better. I'm more of a knitter. I've been knitting way longer. See? And look at this. Just started my heel when I got here. It's going well.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't think it's going to be I always have one on the go.
Mm-hmm. See, and I love it.
We'll go from there. Mm-hmm. However, that's it. That's everything.
Yeah.
See, I told you recording wasn't painful.
It's not painful. I was nervous.
We gotta go. Dinner's finished.
It is. My husband made us dinner.
I didn't have to cook. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm so pumped. All right, so I will say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Terri.
And, she doesn't have to do this next week, so we'll thank her for coming. I'll say no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. And we're done.
Perfect.
And we were matched.
Yes!
It took half a year for me and Terri to figure that out. Me and Diana to figure that out. See? Now you're